All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network live coverage of the Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Cushion 360 series from Eldora tonight. Guys got about a minute and 45 seconds of practice left, and then they'll get ready to go to qualifying. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Don't forget, likes and shares. Share us on your wall, share us to a group, share us to any page. Always appreciate that, guys. We're getting closer to the 5,000 follower mark. Every time you guys share it to some of your friends or share it to a group, it brings more people in, gets us that much closer. Trying to plan something super special for that. May not necessarily be a race, but we are working on something very special for our 5,000 followers night. Coming up with some really good ideas. Two shows for you here tonight. These guys are going to line it up right here. Get show number one underway, and then they will turn on the lights and redo it all again. Mike, Sheila, Jeff, Bart, Jim, Brett, Mr. Steinke. Hope everybody enjoys the show tonight. Too Fast Tuesdays tonight. Wingless Wednesdays are tomorrow, and Triple Header Thursday on Thursday. You're going to see the guys at Eldora here for the Wicked Cushion 360 series. Tomorrow night, Wingless Wednesday is going to be at Charlotte. And then the Dirt Slingers back at Eldora. And the 410 Outlaw series for the Dirty Old Bastards is going to be back to Charlotte for the final two shows of the week. All right, practice winding down, and everybody knows what that means.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, the national anthem performed by Johnny Reed Foley. Good friend of mine, good friend of Dirt Racing Network. Been on the broadcast with us recently. Glad to have him. We are about ready to go racing, qualifying, winding down. Kevin Click, Alex Smolders, Craig Dunn, Tyson Landis, and Ernie Williams looking like they are going to be our pole sitters for the 5 heat races slated for tonight. 49 drivers checked into the server. Heat race number 1 about to grid out right here. Just waiting for the cars to start being set down on the grid for race number 1 so that we can get out here. Go through our lineup for you. We do know that on the pole, the team setting number 84 of Billy Rowley. And 2 is outside the 200 car. The on-farm machine of William Brickley. Row 2 on the inside, the Wicked Cushion Deadhead Team City, number 222 of Weston Newell. And on his outside, another Team City machine, the Wicked Relief Gum with CBD, number 25C of Kevin Click. Row 3 on the inside, the Catfish, Chris Roberts drives the Dirty Old Bastards, Dirt Track and Bastards Wicked Cushion, number 93. And on his outside is going to be the 001 Rogue Energy machine of Anthony Job. Row 4 on the inside, the over-the-wall photography, number 72 of Jeffrey Stewart. And to his outside, the Next Gen Fab Team City, number 59 of Mark Pinsky. And on the back row, on the inside, the TI Performance, number 170 of Carl Lucasen. And on his outside, the Wicked Energy Gum Team Casey Kane Sim Racing, number 4 of Wayne Williams. 10 cars for this one. They're going to do 10 laps. Top 4 straight to the A-Main. Everybody else, consolation races for them. Mr. Garrett, not this session, but if you're not part of the league, you'd have to apply. Chris Roberts would have to approve you, and then you could join session 2. All right, one more time around. 10 cars on the grid. 10 laps up on the board. Rowley Brickley on the front row, going to bring us to green this time. All right, on the throttle, green flag in the air. We are racing. Heat race number 1 into turns 1 and 2. Rowley with the early lead. Brickley off the top side, able to hang on to the second position. Weston Newell in that third spot. Kevin Click and Chris Roberts battling for the final transfer spot already. You see Kevin Click's car wiggling all around. Looks like he was very unstable up on the top. Chris Roberts tried to take it to the top, see if there was some momentum on the top side already, but Click slid it in on Newell. Kevin Click in position 3 when they crossed the start-finish line, but Weston Newell working the slider line through 1 and 2. 222 machine up on the top, 25 on the bottom. William Brickley's car flashing like crazy out here. Going to make it hard for these guys to race him. Billy Rowley still hanging on to the lead. You see the battle right here. Weston Newell, Kevin Click, 3rd and 4th. Chris Roberts right on the outside looking in. Waiting for the mistake by one of these guys so he can capitalize and get himself into the feature straight away. Not have to worry about consolation races. Going to be halfway this time. A little further back in the field, Anthony Job in the 6th spot by himself. Mark Pinsky was having a pretty good battle with Stewart, and Stewart made a mistake, and now he's fallen quite a bit back from that. But we're going to get back up here to the battle. Weston Newell tried the slide job on Chris Roberts. Did not make it stick. Now Roberts repays the favor. Short slider from him. These two looking like they're going to battle pretty hard down here through 3 and 4. We're going to be 3 laps to go this time. Track looking very racy right now for these guys. Able to move around a little bit. Brickley and Click make contact. That's going to open the door for Newell and Roberts. Newell goes 2 for 1. Roberts able to slip into the 4th spot right there, right behind Click, right in front of Brickley. Brickley's car flashing quite a bit. There's some contact. Weston Newell. Weston Newell and William Brickley making contact off turn number 2. Newell was on the top side. You see Brickley's car vanish, comes back. Newell cuts down right there. And Brickley was trying to occupy that spot too. He gets clipped by Anthony Job. That's going to end this one under the caution flag. It's going to look like Rowley, Click, Newell, and Roberts, your top 4. Joe Pinsky, Stuart Lucas and Brickley, and Wayne Williams all headed for consolation races. Mr. Clarence, I do not know for sure. It's however long Mr. Roberts takes to get around to that. He could do it in between races. He could actually make everybody wait until the next night. So right now, heat race 2, gridding out. And on the pole, the Farlow Motorsports number 75 of Dylan Workman, and to his outside, the Dirty Old Bastards, Dirt Track and Bastards, Wicked Cush, and number 20 of Jonathan Lowe. Row 2 on the inside, the EFR number 205 of Tyler Curtis, and on his outside, the DRC chassis 311 of Alex Smulders. Row 3 on the inside, the SMS number 000 of Scott Masick, and to his outside, Kinsler Racing number 183 of Chance Crum. Row 4 inside, the Posse number 059 of Trey Long, and to his outside, the M&M Construction number 62, that's Tyler Grafton. Row 5 inside, the 238, that is Anthony Marvalijo, and to his outside, the Wicked Energy Mohawk number 38 of Brett Strickler. Ten more cars, 10 more laps, 4 more to the A-main, everybody else into the soup. See if they can spell the word win from the limited alphabet that we are going to put out there for them. Try to work their way into the feature race.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Dylan Workman to the point. Jonathan Lowe was in second, but Tyler Curtis made a bold move into turns 3 and 4, and he takes over the P2. Now Lowe making a bid to try to hang on to the third position. That doesn't happen. Oh, Tyler Curtis hard into the outside wall. Go see if we can see what happened to Mr. Curtis here. He was in a pretty good spot when he got down through 1 and 2 car. A little bit shaky up on that top side. Not a lot of grip there yet. And he goes into turns 3 and 4. Gets a little bit of help from Scott Masick. A little bit of right rear pushed him up into the fence. That car tumbling. And that very well might put Mr. Curtis's car into the pits. They're going to need to work on it, bring him back in the D main, see if they can work him through the D main all the way to the feature race. Right now, Workman, Smulders, Lowe, Crum, Masick, Long, Strickler, Crafton, and Marvalijo on track. Tyler Curtis, your 10th place car in the work area. You know, Bart, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe I've heard someone ask that question before, and I think the answer was in the affirmative. All right, going back to green flag racing. Halfway point reached. Workman on the point.
Green flag.
Alex Smulders' car blinking pretty good here. He goes to the bottom side. We can't see him. He is kind of out of the loop right now. So it's Workman, Lowe, Crum, and Long, your top 4. Brett Strickler back there. The black machine off the top of turn 4. Needs to catch up to these guys. Now Smulders suddenly back in the mix right here. Into the inside fence, and that's going to drop him for the 5th position. Trey Long hanging on to that final transfer spot currently. Right here, battle for 2nd. Chance Crum around the outside on Jonathan Lowe, takes that spot away. Move Lowe back to the 3rd position. Trey Long in your 4th spot. Alex Smolder, Brett Strickler, Tyler Graflin, Anthony Marvalijo, and Scott Masick rounding out the field on track. But Dylan Workman, 3/4 of a second, under 2 laps to go. Looks like he's going to handle this heat race pretty easily. Off of turn 4, sees the white flag. Chance Crum still behind him. Jonathan Lowe, and Trey Long. Now, Brett Strickler makes a bid for the 5th spot, and he's got it off of turn number 2, but he doesn't have enough time to catch up. Workman's going to win it with Crum second, Lowe and Long rounding out your top 4. That means Mr. Strickler, Mastic, Graffit, Marvalijo, Tyler Curtis all going into the soup. Two down, 3 to go. On the pole, the 003 machine. That is the Unified Racing car of Cody Downard. And on his outside, the Budweiser number 9 of Mark Broderick. Row 2 on the inside, the Cadillac-sponsored 110 machine of Kevin Hanley. And to his outside, the Wicked Cushion team, study number 057 of the Flying Aussie. That's Craig Dunn. Inside row number 3, the Rockstar Productions team, setting number 022 of Mason Hannigan. And on his outside, the Kinzer Sim Racing Wicked Energy Mohawk number 15 of Michael Sheridan. Row 4, inside the Rockstar Productions number 403 of Mike Roxbury. And on his outside, Cameron King drives the 192 machine. Inside row 3, the F-Up number 302. That's Isaiah Drown. And to his outside, the Rockstar Productions team setting Wicked Cushion number 92 of Mike Keegan. 10 more cars, 10 more laps. 4 more to the A main. Everybody else, grab a bowl, grab a spoon. Let's get some alphabet soup. Oh, Jim Workman. All right. Gonna bring us around. Get a green flag the next time we come off turn 4 right here. Downard, Broderick on the front row. Green flag in the air. Off of turn 2, Cody Downard grabs the lead. Broderick right behind that. Mason Hannigan on the bottom, hanging on to the 3rd spot. Kevin Hanley and Craig Dunn were battling pretty hard, and we got a car wrecked at the back. That's Mike Roxbury, hard into the outside fence. Don't know who he tangled with in turn 3. I want to say maybe Michael Sheridan. Went in there. Oh, Sheridan got into the back of Dunn, and that shot Sheridan across the track and right into the path of the 403 machine. And that's going to put a damper on Mr. Roxbury's finishing position in this one. Not exactly sure what brought out the second caution, but Mr. Sheridan's car is already in the infield, missing a bunch of parts off of it. It's Isaiah Drough's car. So 3 of the 10 on lap number 2 out. Yeah, it's going to leave us with Downard, Broderick, Hannigan, Hanley, Dunn, Keegan, and King. Our 7 remaining cars on the track. Going to be at the halfway point when we get the green flag back in the air. All right, green flag, this time off turn number 4. Downard on the point brings us back to the green flag. Picked up a pretty good jump there. On Mark Broderick. A new name to the series, name I have not seen before, but he is making a statement by running second in this heat race right now. Going to transfer through to the A main directly if he can hang on right there. Mason Hannigan in the 3rd spot. Kevin Hanley into the 4th spot, but Hanley's got all kinds of company. He's got the Flying Aussie. Craig Dunn on the outside now, down the front stretch into turn number 1, too wide, and Dunn puts it in the fence. That holds up Mr. Keegan right behind that, but now Micah Round into the 5th spot. He's got about 2 laps to get the gap closed if he's going to make a transfer spot and get around Kevin Hanley. It's still Downer to Broderick and Hannigan in front of this 4th place battle that's starting to shape up. That time, white flag in the air. I think Mr. Keegan is just going to run out of time. That incident beforehand, or Dunn put it in the fence, really messed him up. But off of turn number 4, Cody Downer going to win it. Broderick 2nd, Hannigan 3rd, and Hanley going to take your final transfer spot. Everyone else taking a swim in the soup. Thank you. 3 down, 2 to go. Clipping through these heat races pretty quickly here. On the pole, the All-Star Performance Black Diamond Motorsports Triple X Race Company, number 42 of Sean Wallenfels, and to his outside, the Big Game Tree Stands Turner Racing, number 175 of Jim Turner. Row 2 on the inside, the Dirty Dick Raceware Black Diamond Motorsports, number 36 of Nathan Davis, and to his outside, the Wicked Relief Gun with CBD Team Setting, number 31 of Tyson Landis. Row 3 inside, the 090 of Jeff Fitzpatrick, and on his outside, the Crescent Donuts, number 82 of Dustin Griffiths. On the inside of row number 4, the Driven, number 21 of Kevin Fry, and on his outside, the Haviland, number 054 of Charlie Bragg. On the final row on the inside, the iRacing, number 45 of Lewis Rosenberg, and to his outside, the Team Indiana, number 310 of Cole Kirkman. Well, and they may do a big show on Friday night, or they may reschedule that Saturday night show, is what I'm hearing. So, green flag in the air. Heat race number 4 underway. Sean Wallenfels quickly jumps in front of his teammate from the inside of the 2nd row. That didn't look timed at all, but a good start for the 36 car. He's not going to have much of a challenge right now unless he keeps putting it right here up against the outside fence. Jim Turner, Tyson Landis, and Dustin Griffiths challenging for that. That's your top 5, and only 4 transfers straight through. Right now, Griffiths has the 4th spot. Landis now fighting back on the high side. Landis is going to hang on to the 4th spot. Griffiths right behind that. Nathan Davis hanging on to 2nd right in front of Jim Turner. We're going to keep our eyes on this battle back here for the 4th spot. Looks like it's going to single out just a little bit now. 4 down, 6 to go. Sean Wallenfels, 0.6 of a second over his teammate. Nathan Davis in 2nd. Jim Turner. A little bit of a battle for that 3rd position, starting to heat up. Tyson Landis getting some good runs, just not in spots where he can make a great move and get around. This time, slide job. Turn 2, and he parks it right in front of the 175. A little bit of contact there. That gets Landis out of shape. That allows Dustin Griffiths to go 2 for 1 in turns 3 and 4, and he moves all the way to the 3rd spot from 5th. Put Jim Turner on that bubble spot right now on the 175. Tyson Landis fighting back. 3 laps to go. This time by still Wallenfels and Davis 1-2. Griffiths in 3rd. Jim Turner, we're following him right here. He is in the 4th and final transfer spot. Now 2 to go. Turner just a little out of shape there, and that let Landis have a good run on the entry. Turner trying to hang on to the car in 3 and 4. Slide job coming. Landis up and out of shape. Turner down to the bottom. These guys on the final lap fighting hammer and tongs to get the final transfer spot. Wallenfels is going to win it. Davis 2nd. Griffith's going to come home 3rd. The battle right here for the 4th and final transfer spot. At the line, Tyson Landis over Jim Turner. So Turner, Fitzpatrick, Kirkman, Fry, Bragg, and Rosenberg all headed to consolation races. 4 of the 5 heat races done. Fifth and final heat race, gridding out at the end of pit road. On the pole in the Farlow Motorsports, number 172, Ray Farlow. And to his outside, the UDSRA High Side Raceway, number 055 of David Flick. Row 2, inside, the King, Josh Steinke in the Black Diamond Motorsports, number 80. And to his outside, his teammate, the Dirt Racing Network, Black Diamond Motorsports, number 91. That's Ernie Williams. In row number 3, on the inside, there's a Unified Racing, number 41 of Tyler Chalk. And on his outside, the Top Gun Motorsports, number 67 of Brandon Igo. Row 4 on the inside, a Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Cushion, number 77 of Aaron Schaefer. And to his outside, in the Geek Squad, number 098, that's Garrett Adams. And on the back row, by himself, in the Leffler, number 6, that will be Cody Bird. New name to the series. Leffler Energy, number 6 car. The front row, Ray Farlow and the Flying Fossil, going to bring us to the green. Dave Flick on the outside there.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Farlow to the early lead. David Flick off in second. Steinke and Williams 3 and 4. We'll see how long this lasts. Steinke tried to pull the slide job, had to back the car down. That allows his teammate to go outside and take that spot. Now, Ernie Williams down to the inside. Slide job on the 55 car, moving from 4th to 2nd in about a half a lap. Flick on the top side gets a little bit of push help right there from the 80 car. That puts Steinke under the gun, and Tyler Chalk trying to slide job him. Not going to happen in turns 1 and 2. Williams now to the lead around Ray Farlow. Josh Steinke, big slide job, and he's going to pay for that. Got the car up in there, got it out of shape, and he paid for that. The Flying Fossil not having any of it. Big slide job up and in, turning the car just a little too far sideways. When Flick tried to cut under, he cut the left rear tire up on that car, and over goes the King. Williams, Farlow, Flick, Chalk, Schaefer, Igo, Adams, and Bird, your cars on track. Josh Steinke in the work area. Going to have about 4 laps to go when we get the green flag. Oh, Mr. Knoll. Green flag coming out right here off turn number 4. Williams off the point. Woo, everybody all kinds of out of line and out of shape on the restart there. See what happens there. I think Tyler Chalk's car looks like it went for a little bit of a loop right there as they started down into turns 1 and 2. And that might have had something to do with everybody being so far out of line right here. You see he got punted up beside Dave Flick, and he was trying to give that back. When he went down into 1, just a little off the pace, Brandon Igo right into the push bar on the back of that car. Looking like this one probably going to finish under the caution flag. So Williams, Farlow, Flick, and Schaefer are going to be our transfer cars. Garrett Bird, Chuck, Igo, and Steinke going into the alphabet soup. And we're going to start that here as soon as they finish this in about one more lap. I don't believe we have an 068 in here. We have a 056 or 055, and that is a high side logo on the side of that red and black car right there. All right, finishing up the final heat race. We're about ready to start the alphabet soup. Hope all these guys got bowls and spoons. Let's see if they can dig out the word win. Top 4 from the D into the C. Top 4 from the C into the B. The top 4 from the B to the A. And it all starts right now. 12 cars slated for the D main. And on the pole, Isaiah Dowd, the 302. To his outside, the 054. That's Charlie Bragg. Row 2, inside, the 67, Brandon Igo. The outside, the 200 of William Brickley. Row 3, the inside spot, the 238, Anthony Marvalijo. And on his outside, Mike Roxbury in the 403. Kevin Fry slated to start the 56, inside row 4, next to Josh Steinke in the 80. On row 5, Wayne Williams in the 4, Tyler Curtis, the 205. And in the back row, Michael Sheridan, the 15, with Louis Rosenberg on his outside in the 45. Kevin Fry not making the call, so 11 cars looking for 4 spots. They're going to get 10 laps to sort it out. Top 4 move on. Everyone else moves on out. Gets ready for session number 2. Yes, JP, that is a high side logo on the side of the Flying Fossils car there. Hello, Marty Barnes. Guys, appreciate everybody tuning in. Please, likes and shares. If you're not a current follower of the page, make sure that you click that follow button. The closer we get to 5,000, the faster we can get all of our planning done. We're trying to plan something really cool for you guys.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. D-main underway. Charlie Bragg. Isaiah Dowd off the front row, and Dowd grabs the early lead. He's going to bring Brandon Igo with him. Caution. Louis Rosenberg's car appears to have disappeared. See if he was a part of this. Ooh, ran it in there just a little hot. Had to back down. See what happened to him on the entry. Goes in, slides right across the nose of that 15 car, right up in front of Tyler Curtis. And Tyler Curtis having zero luck so far tonight. And that's going to take 3 cars out of this 12-car field. One didn't even start. So Curtis, Rosenberg, and Fry done for the night. We'll get them under the flag stand single file. We'll show you who's in the top 10 right now. Tyler Curtis going to show up there, but he is on pit road. Dowd, Igo, Brickley, and Bragg, the top 4. Marvalijo, Roxbury, Fry, Williams, and Steinke, with Michael Sheridan, the remaining cars on track. Session number 1 of 2 tonight. Don't forget about Wingless Wednesdays tomorrow night around 8:15 Eastern. We're going to go live. No, about 9:15 Eastern. Excuse me. We're going to go live with the Wicked Energy Gum at Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors and their Driver Search Series. And then we'll follow that up with the 360 Wingless cars presented by Pawkins Custom Tailgate Games. Pace truck and Drought off the point. Still 6 laps to go in this one. Igo under fire. William Brickley on the inside right there. Everybody chasing Isaiah Drought right now. That 4th spot being held on to by Charlie Bragg, but Josh Steinke on the high side goes by him and takes over the spot. Put Steinke on the pass through. All right, now he's going to try to work and take 3rd place away from Igo, and he does it when Igo gets out of shape, and that cost Igo 3 spots. Move Wayne Williams, the 4 car, into the transfer spot. It's Drought and Brickley battling at the front right now. Isaiah Drought able to hang on. But Brickley off the high side may have the run, but they both better look out. Here comes the king. Josh Steinke around the top side. Off the cushion, takes 2nd, splits the difference, threads the needle on Brickley, takes over the lead on the exit of turn number 2. He's going to be able to hang on to it, so it's Steinke, Brickley, Drought, and Williams. These 4 guys right here under the flag stand. Final lap. Williams on the top side. Don't know if he's going to be able to maneuver into 3rd. Yes, he does. He gets around Drought. But Josh Steinke going to come off turn number 4. He's going to win it. Brickley 2nd, Williams 3rd, and Drought finishes in 4th spot. They will transfer on. Everybody else done for session number 1. D-Main in the books. C-Main gridding out. Cody Bird, the 6 car on the pole. Jeffrey Stewart, the 72 on his outside. The 000, Scott Masick inside row 2 with Cameron King and the 192 to his outside. In row 3, the 310, Cole Kirkman inside. Tyler Chalk, the 41 on the outside. Carl Lucas in the 170 inside row 4 with Tyler Grafton on his outside in the 62. Row 5, the winner from the D-Main, Josh Steinke in the 80. And on his outside, William Brickley in the 200. And on the final row on the inside, Wayne Williams, the 43, Isaiah Drought, the 302. That's going to make up your C-Main field. And it looks like maybe Tyler Chalk not going to be gridding out here. So you're going to have 11 cars. They're looking for the top 4 spots. They're going to have 12 laps to get it squared away. Seeing all the chat, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you're not watching on one of the Facebook streams, if you're over on Twitch or you are on... Hey, Rudy. If you are over on Twitch or you are over on YouTube, be sure to follow us over there. Subscribe to us. Come over to the Facebook page, find the Dirt Racing Network, and give us a follow. Appreciate everybody tuning in no matter where you're tuning in from. Haven't seen any chat from any of the other streams right now, but I'm sure if you said something, we would see it pop up. If you haven't already given us the follow, the like, or the share, please do so. 12 laps going green this time. Bird and Stewart off the front row. Green flag in the air. Good start right there. Scott Masick straight to the front. He brings the 310 of Cole Kirkman with him. Got Jeffrey Stewart right behind that. Everybody better keep their eyes on the 80 car, Josh Steinke. He is working his way through the field already. Started inside of row number 5, and he is into the 5th position. Trying to work on the back end of the 72 car, put some pressure on him. Now put him in a transfer spot. Put him a little further up in the field as he goes by the 72 car. Put Steinke in 3rd, Stewart back to 4th. It's Masick and Kirkman 1-2. Now Steinke around the high side takes the spot from Kirkman. William Brickley working his way into this transfer area. right now sitting in the fifth spot, now fourth, now third. Turns 3 and 4, good to him at least on the entry. On the exit, he hangs on to the spot. Masick, Steinke, Kirkman, and Brickley. Kirkman and Brickley starting to go at it for third and fourth. Jeffrey Stewart sitting right behind them. Wayne Williams trying to work his way around Jeffrey Stewart. Oh, contact! 200 car. Brickley, he got into, I believe, that was Kirkman right there. Those two making contact on the front stretch. Tried to put the car in a small window, and the window closed on him. Not sure I can put a whole lot of blame on Kirkman there. He was just getting the car back under him, and there really was not enough room to stick a car between him and the fence. So 5 to go. Steinke with the lead of Masick, Brickley, Stewart, Williams, Chalk, Lucasen, Kirkman, Dowd, and Cameron King rounding out your top 10. Josh Steinke from the back to the front, trying to play alphabet soup bandit tonight. Going green this time off turn 4. 3 laps to go in the C main. Top 4 are going to move on. Everybody else is going to be done for session number 1. They're going to have to wait for session 2 to improve upon their finishing positions tonight. Wayne Williams, the 4 car, right on the outside looking in. Somebody we expect to see get transferred through. He's going to have 3 laps to get it done. We'll go back here and watch Jeffrey Stewart and Wayne Williams. Oh, little wiggly getting in for the 72 car right there. Williams not able to capitalize on that. Seeing what happens with these two guys. 2 laps to go. Still Steinke out in front. Brickley and Masick starting a battle for second. They're in the show if they can keep off each other right now. We're going to watch 4th place. That's the cut line. Coming to the white flag. Wayne Williams. Caution out. That's going to seal the deal. Cole Kirkman's car. Backwards in turn 3, or up against the inside wall anyway. Off the top side, headed down into turn 3. Into the corner, a little bit hotter than the 170 machine of Carl Lucasen. Turns him sideways in front of company. That's going to bring us to the finish under caution. Steinke, Masick, Brickley, and Stewart transferring through. Everyone else done for the session. They're going to have to wait for session number 2 to have a better race. We're going to move on to our B main. So the top 4 from here are going to make it into tonight's feature race. Fill out the 24-car field. They'll get 35 laps set up on the board for that. This one is going to be 14. 14 laps to find the top 4. On the pole, the 001 car of Anthony Job, and 2 is outside. Brett Strickler in the 38. Row 2 on the inside, going to be the 92 of Mike Keegan, and on his outside, the 175. That's Jim Turner. Row 3 inside, the 098, Garrett Adams. On the outside, Mark Pinsky in the 59. Inside, row 4, the 311, Alex Smolders, and on his outside, Craig Dunn in the 057. Jeff Fitzpatrick, the 090, inside of row number 5, and to his outside, D-Main, C-Main winner of the 80 car, Josh Steinke. 000, Scott Masick going to start inside row 6 with William Brickley and the 200 on his outside. And on the back row, the 13th starter, the 72 car of Jeffrey Stewart. Yeah, Weston, the Flying Aussie, he's starting back in there a good bit back, man, outside the 4th row. Got to pick off 4 cars at least. And he's got some heavy hitters in behind him. He's got Steinke starting right behind him. He's got some in front of him. Strickler, Keegan, Smolders, all these guys in this race. Chance to come home in that top 4. Only 4 get to continue. The other 9 done for the first session. We're going to go green off turn number 4 for 14 laps. Milestone follower. Wow, Weston. Good job.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. B main underway. 14 laps to get it done. Big problems for Mike Keegan right off the bat. Keegan didn't even get to the start-finish line. We'll see if we can see what happened here on this start. Gets it going. Woo, 38 car. Strickler came down a little. Mike was coming up a bit. Luckily, he hasn't hit anything. It's just going to shorten the race a little bit, and he's going to have to go all the way to the back. Got 9 cars he's got to get past. They're going to have about 10 laps or so when they get back to green flag racing. Looks like Mr. Brett Strickler possibly going to be headed to the back too. I see that car slowing and sliding back through the field. Going to go back there, join the 92 car for his part in the incident. So it'll be Joe, but Turner, Adams, Smolders, Penske, Dunn, Fitzpatrick, Steinke, Masick, and Brickley, your top 10. Stewart, Keegan, and Strickler rounding out the field. Lights should go off on the pace truck this time by... They do, and we will have 10 laps to go when they get our green flag back in the air. What you doing, Rude Dog? Are you still with us? All right, green flag back in the air. 10 laps to go in the B main. Job still hanging on to the lead. Turner second, Smolders in third. Garrett Adams sitting in the fourth spot, but Adams is under fire. Mark Penske, all contact. Left rear to right front, and that's going to open the door for the flying Aussie. Craig Dunn moved Dunn into the fourth spot. 098 car of Adams still all kinds of out of shape. Going to wait for that to sort out just a little bit, but Mike Keegan from the back all the way to sixth, and he is following Josh Steinke. Steinke now trying to close the gap on Craig Dunn. See if he can take away one of the final transfer spots in this one. Make his way through the alphabet soup from the D to the A. And with Dunn out of shape right there, that opens the door. Steinke, probably the deep slider in 3 and 4. Caution out. Not sure who is backwards right there. Could it be Fitzpatrick? Fitzpatrick's car looked like it was heavily damaged, and Brett Strickler was trying to get around him. Strickler caught the fence. That's what's going to bring out the caution. Brett Strickler's car. I think both these guys were part of something that happened back here. In amongst all this stuff. Penske's car on the inside. There's where the 098 was out of shape. Keegan gets into. Oh, there's big contact. That's why those two cars are injured right there. Strickler and Fitzpatrick. So that's going to definitely end their night. Session number 1. Going to have about 4 laps to go, it looks like, when we get the green flag back. B-Main not being kind, but as you get closer to the top of the ladder when you run the alphabet soup, the intensity ratchets up, and this is sometimes what happens. If the car gets just a touch out of shape, everybody's going to try to pounce on you. So we're going to see 4 laps to go right here. Job, Turner, Smolders, Dunn, your top 4. Josh Steinke, Mark Penske right outside of that top 4. Both looking to make a move, get into the feature race right here. Steinke has run his way through the alphabet soup to this point right now, and the green flag back in the air. We'll see if he can continue that run. He goes to the bottom right there on Dunn, not able to stick it on the exit. Keep Dunn in the 4th spot. Steinke sitting in 5th. Penske challenging that. William Brickley challenging that. This is shortening this race even more. Mastic's car coming to rest back on its wheels back here on the back stretch. Right at the entry to turn 3. We'll see what happened to Scott. Good move under. Oh, he and Keegan. He got just a little contact from the 72 car, I believe, of Stewart. Cutting across the back of that thing. Just a touch, and it got him enough out of shape. He got into the 92 car of Mike Keegan. Garrett Adams a part of this. All right, it's Joe, but Turner, Smolders, and Dunn, your top 4. Steinke, 5th. Penske, Brickley, Stewart, Adams, and Keegan rounding out the top 10. Keegan, the final car on the track. On the final lap behind the pace truck, and that is going to do it. I wasn't sure if we were going to get another one or not, but we are on the final lap right here. So Job, Turner, Smolders, and Dunn going to make their way into the A main tonight. Steinke going to come up 1 spot short of running the alphabet soup for us. So the alphabet soup bandit shackled in the B main. He, Brickley, Stewart, Adams, Keegan, Penske, Mastic, Strickler, and Fitzpatrick will have to wait for session number 2 to make a run at things. This is going to bring us to our warm-up session. Pay a few bills here. Let everybody know that Wicked Cushion makes it possible for all the great racing that you're watching from the Dirty Old Bastards on the Dirt Racing Network. Drop by wickedcushion.com. Give them a look. Order some of their awesome gadgets, their apparel. Got Casey Kane stuff over there. They got some Max Stambaugh stuff over there. Stuff from Dirty Old Bastards. Shirts you can order. All kinds of gadgets for going to the real track. I will say that we have sold a bunch of the dustless glasses that they sell over there. We went out this past weekend and we were at 81 Speedway with the Tim Sims guys and used their souvenir trailer and sold a bunch of the dustless glasses. Those things work, and people always comment on how much it changes their racing experience not having to deal with the dust and everything in their eyes. So drop by there, take a look at those. WickedCushion.com. Use the code DOBRL for a 10% discount on your purchase, and if you get it in by midnight on any DOB race night, your shipping's always free. Very proud to have all of the sponsorship from Wicked Cushion, Esports, Wicked Energy Gum, and Wicked Relief Gum with CBD with us. Proud sponsors of all the series and all the dirt racing that they do. They bring you the best sim racing anywhere right here on the Dirt Racing Network. Very happy to have them. About 17 seconds, and we're going to get that Raven graphic starting lineup out here for you. Feature time, 35 laps on the board. 24 360 sprint cars headed out here. Hope everybody's enjoying the show, guys. Don't forget, show number 2 going to start right after we finish this one up. On the pole is going to be the 84 machine of Billy Rowley. To his outside, the 75 machine of Dylan Workman. Row 2 on the inside, Cody Downard with on his outside, the 42, Sean Wallenfels. The 91, Ernie Williams inside row number 3 with the 25 of Kevin Click on his outside. Row 4 inside, the 183 of Chance Crum with Mark Broderick in the 9 car on his outside. Nathan Davis, the 36 inside, row 5, Ray Farlow, the 172 on the outside. Row 6 inside, the 222, Weston Newell, and on his outside, Jonathan Lowe in the 20. Mason Hannigan, the 022 inside row 7, Dustin Griffiths in the 82 on his outside. The Flying Fossil, David Flick, the 55 machine inside row number 8 with Chris Roberts, the Catfish on his outside. Trey Long starts inside of row number 9, the 059, and on his outside, Kevin Hanley in the 110. The 31 of Tyson Landis inside row number 10. On his outside, the 77 of Aaron Schaefer. And on the inside of row number 11, the 001 from the B main, Anthony Job with Jim Turner in the 175 to his outside. And the final row sees the 311 of Alex Smulders inside with the Flying Aussie, Craig Dunn. To his outside, that's your 24-car starting field. "35 laps on the board. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Rowley taking the early lead. Workman off the top side going to come out in second. Sean Wallenfels is going to squeeze by Coney Downard on the high side. Take over the third spot. Downard on the inside in fourth. Ernie Williams now fifth on the high side. He's going to move around Downard. 3 wide in 1 and 2. Wallenfels on the top. Williams in the middle. Downard on the bottom. Wallenfels going to come away with the third spot right there. Ernie Williams into fourth. Now Kevin Click around the high side. Did he get fifth before the caution came out? I do not know. But it looks like Dustin Griffiths, maybe even the Cadillac man. The 110 machine of Kevin Hanley possibly into the mess back here. Go back, see if we can get a good look at this. Oh, no. The Flying Fossil sideways right there. We'll have to take a look and see what happened to David Flick. Down to the inside of the corner off 2. Looks pretty good there. Down here into 3 cars. Trying to squeeze up on the inside. Looked like a little bit of net code maybe right there. There was a tiny bit of space in between them. But Hanley, Flick, Griffiths, Turner all in this one. Griffiths looked like his car got away from everything. Maybe just a touch of contact there. So we'll get our top 10 set right before we go back to green. Looks like Hanley's car going to roll off pit road again. They got the front wing put back on that thing. Rowley, Workman, Wallenfels, Williams. Click your top 5. Downard, Crum, Broderick, Davis, and Hannigan rounding out that top 10. Looks to me like everybody is back on track. Minor damage to all those cars. So Dunn at the back, Turner at the back, Flick, and Hanley rounding out the back of the field right now. Green flag back in the air. 38, our scheduled white flag lap. So about 33 laps left in this one.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Battle for second started to heat up. Workman and Wallenfels, and I think Wallenfels had it when the caution came out. Craig Dunn's car. Looks like he was part of this. Weston Newell getting the worst end of it, it looks like. 1 and 2, jumps it up. Oh, car just snapped sideways off the top of that cushion. He got the right rear too far up there. Car snapped to the left. He and Craig Dunn making heavy contact. Dunn's car missing the front wing and the nose cover. Weston Newell's car already into the work area on the hook. Session 1 for him going to be finished. Looks like Sean Wallenfels was able to secure the second position before the caution. So that will move him there, and Workman into third. Ernie Williams still fourth. Kevin Click still sitting in the fifth spot. Downward Chrome, Broderick Davis, and Hannigan rounding out that top 10. You heard race control 41-4. The new white flag lap. So we're going to see about 32 laps left in this one. Lights off on the pace truck. We're going green right here off turn number 4. Rowley, Wallenfels, Workman, your top 3. Green flag waving. Into the fence. I saw Cody Downard bounce the car off the fence pretty hard. He has fallen back through the field pretty far. He was in about 6th. Now back to 12th. Finally has the car gathered up underneath him, but he's under fire from Alex Smolders. Was Rowley at the front until right then you saw the pass. Sean Wallenfels off the high side, put him in the lead. Workman in the third, and Ernie Williams trying to take that away from him. Workman into the fence. That lets Williams by. It's going to let Click by also. Billy Rowley's car out of shape in turn 3, and the slide job completed. Move Ernie Williams into second. Billy Rowley back to third. Kevin Click right behind him, and on the bottom, Dylan Workman, the orange and white machine, trying to get the spots that he lost from the earlier mistake back. And right now, Sean Wallenfels enjoys 1.5 seconds out in front of this field, and that evaporates that quickly. Caution, and I believe it might be for Ray Farlow. That black machine right there, the 172 car through 3 and 4. Out of shape a little, gets into the 9 car, and they were 4 wide right there when that happened, and he collects Anthony Job. So he is going to the infield. Job headed to the infield with heavy damage on the front of that car. Top 10 looks like this. Wallenfels, Williams, Rowley, Click, Workman, and Crum. And then Davis, Hannigan, Lowe, and Smolders at top 10. 44. Our new white flag, so about 27 or 28 to go when we get the green.
.44.
Looks like it'll be 27 to go. 8 laps completed. Hello, Josh. Are we going to have to take your crown back? I keep calling you the king, and you keep ending up over here and chat with us, buddy. All right, pace truck headed in. Green flag back over the speedway. Wallenfels and Williams wasting no time. Going to attack his teammate right here in 1 and 2. Can he get the drive off the bottom of turn number 2? He's going to drag race him to turn 3. Now slide job line in 3 and 4. Williams has the lead at the line. Wallenfels wants it right back, and he runs a slide line in 1 and 2. Caution on the speedway, and that'll lock those guys right in those positions. Wallenfels, Williams, 1-2. Go back here, and I think that is Mason Hannigan, and it most certainly is. He was on the bottom in 3 and 4, and let's see what happens to him in 1 and 2. Goes up the track. Car a little out of shape. Collects Dustin Griffiths in the mess with him. Got a little tap from behind, got the car out of shape, lost a lot of momentum. Gave the 20 car on Jonathan Lowe no real place to go. See how race control views that. Yeah, too many cautions, man. You were coming forward and just ran out of green flag laps. Had the last 2 cautions not happened, you might have had a pretty good shot to get there. 47 going to be our new white flag lap. Working caution number 4. I like to get these guys settled into a little green run here. I go down and do some onboard stuff, but I'm not going to put us on board when the cautions are coming out. It just takes a lot of work to get them back on camera to show you what happened. Wallenfels, Williams, Click, Rowley, and Workman, the top 5 still. Crum, Davis, Smolders, Downard, and Jonathan Lowe inside your top 10. Pace truck going to head in. Green flag back over the speedway. A-Main underway again. 25 laps to go. Wallenfels, Williams, and Click clear 4th, and that is a hornet's nest right there. Workman on the inside, Crum in the middle. That was Rowley on the top side. Sean Wallenfels way out of shape right there, and he falls back into this mess. This is going to get hectic. You see Smolders and Davis bumping, banging. Now that puts Crum in jeopardy, and he's going to go back. Nathan Davis's car upside down. And all that started getting into turns 1 and 2 right here. He brushes the wall there, gets up on the cushion. Car gets out of shape. Smolders with a little tap. Davis back to the high side, and then the car shoots to the right. He was trying to keep it off Chance Crum. And he get clipped from behind when he was sideways, and that puts him up and over. And that'll put the 36 car in the infield. They'll have to get that one ready for session number 2. While all that was happening, a couple of things at the front. We were trying to watch that hornet's nest. Sean Wallenfels got the car way out of shape in 1 and 2, and that allowed both Williams and Click to get around him. So put Ernie Williams on the point. Kevin Click up to 2nd. Wallenfels back to 3rd. Workman is 4th. Rowley 5th. Smolders now 6th. Downard 7. Long 8. Crum 9. And Lowe in your 10th spot. Lap number 50, the new white flag.
50.
Just waiting for them to get all lined up. They're going to go green this time off turn number 4. Williams, Click, Wallenfels, your top 3. Green flag back in the air. Williams went to the bottom. He's going to be able to stretch just a little bit right there. Kevin Click now off the top side, able to keep the momentum and close down as he enters turns 3 and 4 on the high side. Dylan Workman, Sean Wallenfels getting into a pretty good battle here over the 3rd spot. Wallenfels with a slider line way out of shape, and Workman closes in right here. We'll see if Workman can slide him in 3 and 4. It looks like that's going to come to fruition right there. Dylan Workman. Now Billy Rowley threading the needle in 1 and 2, goes up the middle. Oh, that's Alex Smolders, excuse me. Alex Smolders trying to thread the needle, and he gets the spot from Wallenfels, but not from Workman. Off of turn 4. Williams, Click, Workman, Smolders, Wallenfels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's how they stay down the backstretch. Chance come into the 6th spot right there. He's got Trey Long on the bottom of the black and green machine trying to work the spot. There's Billy Rowley. We talked about him a minute ago by accident, but there he is. He's running inside the top 8. off that high side, but he's got the catfish up the inside now. And the Flying Aussie right back there in the 10 spot, missing the entire front end of that car. But hanging on in the top 10. Ernie Williams 1.4 seconds ahead of Kevin Click. Dylan Workman has settled into third temporarily. Sean Wallenfeld's working his way right back by. 3 wide on that exit, and Workman takes the spot back. Smolders on the inside, slides across the nose. Workman right underneath through the middle. Sean Wallenfeld's big run off the top. Is he going to be able to use the slider line? Doesn't look like it. Workman now going to secure himself into the third spot with Smolders off the high side right behind that. Workman trying to protect that inside entry. Doesn't want Smolders to slide job. He wants to be able to get that car going and not have to deal with the passes for just a moment or two. See if he can take a breath. Get in some rhythm. Maybe get away from these guys, but it doesn't look like that's happening. He is doing everything he can to hang on to the third spot, but Smolders has a big run down the backstretch. This is going to be the slide job right here. Workman through the middle, moving back to fourth. Alex Smolders into the third spot up front. Kevin Click starting to reel in Ernie Williams since we checked on him last, down to 1 second from 1.3. 13 laps to go in this one. Still clicking second, Smolders third. Now he's gapped himself a little bit from Workman, giving himself some breathing room. Workman with a gap to Wallenfels. Wallenfels starting to be run down just a little bit by Chance Crum. Crum in the 6th spot. Rowley, Dunn, Roberts, and Downard, your top 10. Ernie Williams catching lap traffic. He's coming up on the Flying Fossil David Flick. Flick in the middle of the track, going to keep it there. Allows the leader to go by on the high side. Kevin Click still in second. Big gap between he and Smolders. Going to be 10 to go right here. Williams 1.4 seconds now, starting to get away. Click not able to clear David Flick cleanly until now. Now we'll see if he can start to close that gap back down. Williams going to be catching more lap traffic. He's got 8 laps to go. Looks like Jonathan Lowe going to be the next lap car. Got a string of 4 of them right here in the middle of the track. The Cadillac man right there. The 110 machine of Hanley going to be the next victim. And now we're working on Broderick for the 15th spot. He's going to go a lap down right in front of them. Jim Turner, the 175 car. 6 to go this time by. Still Williams, Click, Smolders, your top 3. Workman and Wallenfels, 4th and 5th. Caution on the speedway. Wallenfeld's car. He's working the high side. Crum had gotten around him, and then Crum lost it off the top of the cushion. Both cars into it. Both cars end up rolling back down on their wheels. Going to change the lineup somewhat. Crum's car twisted off the top of the cushion right there, right down in front of Wallenfels. I call Mr. Wallenfels no luck. That guy has 0 luck. Good run going, and something bad always seems to happen. We're going to move the white flag to 53. So we're going to be right around the 5 to go mark when we get the green. Williams, Click, Smolders, Workman, Rowley, Crum, Dunn, Roberts, Hannigan, and Downard, your top 10. Ernie Williams had about a 1.3 second lead right there. That all evaporates, and now Click and Smolders will be right up to him. From who, Davis? You or Wallenfels? The lights look like they're off on the pace truck. So we are going to go green with 5 to go. Williams on the point. Click and Smolders right behind. Green flag back in the air. Ernie Williams about 3 car lengths when they take it off into turn number 1. Click's working the high side. Smolders just trying to find grip wherever he can, and he does like the bottom late in races. The gap at the front not nearly as big as it was the last time we went through this part of the track. Click right on the push bar. Ernie Williams. Now Dylan Workman with a major move. Moves that 75 car into the 3rd place. Wants to have that podium finish right now. 3 laps to go. Ernie Williams, Kevin Click. You see Click in a battle with Workman. Workman's car coming to life in the late stages of this one. Oh, he took it a little wide off too, and he and Click make just a touch of contact. That's going to allow Smolders into 2nd. Workman's going to sit in 3rd. 2 laps to go. Williams 1.2 seconds out in front of the field. Watching 2nd and 3rd right here. Click is 4th. Crum is 5th. White flag off turn number 4. They're going to race it back to the line. Williams, Smolders, and Workman, your top 3. Alex Smolders sitting in 2nd, but off turn number 4 to the checkered flag. Ernie Williams going to win it. Smolders is 2nd, and Workman going to come home 3rd.
Is out. Caution is out.
Yeah, these 3 guys drive around once or twice. Everybody else needs to go off into the pits right away, please. As soon as your pace truck has them or whatever. So your top 3 parading around right here across in front of the field. Tell Rally to stop. Going to come down to a point where if we can't make these overlays work right, I'm going to start not interviewing guys that can't help us out a little bit. And yeah, I said that live on the air. I hope everybody hears it. All right, we'll get Dylan in there. We're going to wait and see if Alex is in. Here we go. They're all coming in now. We'll get Dylan up here. Make sure his levels are good. Dylan Workman, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, man, a tough battle. Kept it
All
up
right,
there
man.
around that top
Back
5,
on the
top
pace, though. We're not
6.
going green.
You found your way into the 3rd spot late, and it's going to look like your car started to come to life there at the very end. Talk to us about the race and how you end up on the podium, buddy.
Oh, the track was tough. I mean, it was a typical Eldora where you keep it all the way around the rim all the time. It was a lot of fun. Just a very physically demanding track tonight. I kind of wish the other lines would have came in. It would have made it a lot more interesting. Other than that, it was just kind of try to keep it up top and out of the wall, and you should do well in this race.
Yeah, it looked like the track got pretty slick, and that cushion really got rough and grabbed a bunch of cars and flipped them sideways or, left there off the top of it. And, some other guys not anywhere to go. But you stayed pretty clean for the most part. A little contact here and there, but that's kind of typical of this this track and this kind of racing. How tough was the track tonight?
Everything else up until the cushion was smooth. Then once you got up to the cushion, like you said, it was pretty rough. A really demanding track.
All right, man. Some shout outs to your sponsors, your fans, and we'll let you get ready for session number 2.
Thanks to the teammates at Farlow Motorsports, Ryan and Ray. Us three kind of worked pretty good on a setup tonight, so. And thank you guys to broadcasting this whole race. It's kind of fun knowing that people are out there watching this.
Yeah, a lot of fans for a lot of different people, and I know you've got your fair share in there. So appreciate you talking to us. Get ready for session 2, and we'll look forward to talking to you later.
Yep, thank you guys.
Third place finisher, Dylan Workman. Alex Smolders, you got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, man. Well, you come home second. Great run for you. Talk to us about that race and your second place finish, please.
Yeah, well, I qualified real good, qualified second, but in the heat I had some connection problems, so I just dropped to the bottom and just waited it out and dropped to 6, dropped out with transfer, and I got a transfer through the B, started 23rd in the A, and was able to drive up to second. I don't know if I would have had anything for Ernie. He was pretty good. He was pretty fast up there on the top, but yeah, it was a good race for me.
Yeah, it looked like you were moving the car all around. Were you just trying to find grip, or was it just kind of, try to keep it under you and get whatever you could whenever you could?
I was just trying to not get into anyone. I was dodging cars left and right, trying to stay out of people. If I trying to get a run off the turn, diamonding off, doing whatever I could to get by people.
All right, man. Well, some shout outs to some sponsors, some fans, and we'll let you get ready for session number 2.
Yeah, I'd like to thank DRC Chassis, Profile by Sanford, Melissa Valley Transportation Group, Southern Pacific Farms, Border Tire, Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, and Craig Kinzer Racing.
All right. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Look forward to talking to you maybe in session number 2.
Yep.
Second place finish, Alex Smolders. Let's get Mr. Williams in here. Ernie Williams, you got a copy?
Gotcha, Roger.
Well, I'm disappointed that you couldn't leave your car out there for a good interview shot, but I can get you on pit road, you lucky dog. Talk to us about your race and how you come home on the top step of the podium.
All in all, good night. Qualified 5th. Put me on the invert. I started 4th or second row outside of my heat. Had a little bit of trouble in my heat. Got lucky and ended up winning that, which put me 5th. Starting grid. Then when the feature rolled around, I was kind of like worried about how I was going to pass, man. The track was real slick, you know what I mean? But I went low a couple times, and I found a little bit of grip down there, and I passed a couple guys down there, so I used a little bit. I got around one, and Sean got into the wall and let me get around to him. And after that, I had a clean track, and even when I got to lap traffic, nobody was in my road or anything. So it was pretty much as long as I could keep it off the wall, I was going to finish in the top 2 or 3 for sure.
Yeah, it looked like the track got pretty tricky on the top, and guys were just having to search around for grip. But, man, you managed to keep big leads all night, and on the last restart got a great jump, and you brought it home in front of Alex. Congratulations there. Shout outs to your sponsors and to your fans, and we'll let you get ready for session number 2, see if you can sweep tonight.
Give a shout out to Dirt Racing Network. You for broadcasting. You guys do an awesome job. Can't wait to go back and watch it. Black Diamond Motorsports. Can't beat the setups you guys put underneath me, man. They're just fast. You just got to make sure that you can finish races. I know it's hard to do sometimes. Sean was running up front too, and just one little mistake and here and there, and it just puts you back. But Red Lobster from Lima, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Howard Johnson from Lima, Ohio. Give them guys a big shout out. They help. And hopefully we can do this again here in an hour or so.
All right, thanks for taking the time. Ernie, look forward to talking to you later.
Thanks.
Ernie Williams, your feature winner, session number 1. That's going to wrap it up for us here. Williams, Smolders, and Workman, your top 3. Going to take a short pause for the cause. Get ready to set up session number 2. Be back with you here just shortly. Thanks for tuning in. Please tune back in. In about 10 or 15 minutes for session number 2, I will be going live. If you can't tune back in, guys, catch us tomorrow night for Wingless Wednesdays. Otherwise, I will see everybody shortly. Keep it dirty until then.